This is Alan with the Grilling Network. Welcome. Today on tap, lasagna. We're going to showcase the versatility of our Kamado Joe. Not only can you smoke with it, but you can also bake with it. We preheated our Kamado Joe to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. As with any great lasagna, you need some great cheese. The fine folks from Sartori Cheeses sent me an assortment of their products. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Basil and olive oil Asiago cheese. We're going to grate that up. We're going to grate up about a cup of this cheese. An assortment of cheeses. We're using the Basil and olive oil Asiago. We have a Bellavitano cheese. It's going to make an awesome add to this lasagna. We're also going to be doing a Sarvecchio Parmesan. We'll do that next. We'll do it off camera. Now for the ricotta mixture, we've got 32 ounces of fresh ricotta. We've got 2 whole eggs we're going to add to the mixture. We're going to go ahead and fold this in before we start adding our cheese. Now that we've got the ricotta and egg mixture incorporated, let's go ahead and add our Sartori cheeses. We've got 3 cheeses grated that I did earlier, and after a couple of samples, it tasted phenomenal. We're going to add the basil and olive oil Asiago cheese. We're just going to go ahead and fold this in. We're going to add their Parmesan cheese, and I'll go ahead and make sure I add the names and links below. This is going to taste phenomenal, guys. So the next step is to go ahead and get our meat sauce ready. We'll set this aside and we'll do that next. As I mentioned earlier, this is not your typical lasagna. We're going to take it to another level. And for that, we're using fresh ground beef and fresh Italian sausage. We're using short rib. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is remove the sinew, off camera. As I mentioned earlier, we have a little over a half a pound of beef short rib that I've removed from the bone. We have a half a pound of Italian sweet sausage. We're going to go ahead and grind that up. This has got a wide mouth auger in it, so it's going to definitely aid into the grinding process. And I'm just mixing the half and half. It's going to come together when we fry it up. So we'll finish this off camera. Now let's go ahead and get the sauce ready. We're going to use the ground up meat that we did earlier. We're going to go ahead and prepare that now. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of kosher salt. And then some fresh black pepper. I can already smell the Italian sausage coming through. We have been cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes now. As you can see, some of the juices right there. Don't worry about that, that will evaporate. We're going to go ahead and reduce those juices. That will give us a great flavor. Here in a bit, once the meat is fully cooked, we'll go ahead and add our homemade pasta sauce. For our pasta sauce, this is homemade pasta sauce. I'll provide a link below on how to make it. You can obviously buy store-bought, which is totally fine, but when I make it, I tend to add extra items to it that the kids don't see, and then I use my blender to blend it up, so that way it incorporates all the veggies and stuff into the sauce. So to this, we're going to add some fresh basil that I got from an aquaponics garden. We're going to let this marinate and cook, continue to simmer for another 30 minutes to an hour. Let's go ahead and get our pasta on the pot and get it boiling, and we'll do that next. Now that all the components are done, we've boiled our noodles. I have them sitting in an ice bath of water. That will help the noodles not stick together and easier to handle. We're going to go ahead and take the reserve pasta sauce that I made. We're going to put a coating on the bottom of the pan. Give that a good mix around. I'm going to go ahead and lay a layer of noodles. There we go. You can overlap the noodles if you want. There we go. The next thing to do is a layer of meat sauce. You can be generous with this. Because we're only going to build, 2 or 3 layers. All right, then some of our Sartori Ricota Cheese mixture. And then to that, then we'll add a layer of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And then repeat the process. This is going to be epic. I can already smell the basil and, sausage mixture through this. All right, let's go ahead and add some of our Parmesan cheese, or mozzarella, I'm sorry. Now that we've had the components put together, let's go ahead and top this bad boy off with some more of the Sartori cheese. This is the mixture of the Asiago and olive oil, basil and olive oil. And we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. And then the final bit of mozzarella. Okay, the next step is to place this on the Kamado. As I mentioned earlier, we have our Kamado preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to foil this for about 45 minutes and then remove the foil and let it go for another half an hour. As you see here, we've got the lasagna tinted with aluminum foil. On our Kamado Joe, I have the heat deflectors in the elevated position. This is going to be an indirect cook, preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Like I mentioned earlier, 45 minutes. We're going to unfoil for about another half an hour. We've been cooking for almost an hour now, so let's go ahead and check on it. We're going to remove the foil, let it go for another 15-20 minutes. This smells phenomenal, guys. Look at that. All right, let's close this back up. We'll see you back in a half an hour. It's been another 20 minutes. We're ready to pull this lasagna off the grill. This looks phenomenal, guys. We're gonna go ahead and set it on a cutting board, let it rest for another 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously right now it's too hot to eat. We'll go ahead and do that now. We went ahead and sliced off a nice sized piece of lasagna and plated it. Now let's go ahead and give it a try. Wow, guys, that tastes absolutely phenomenal. You can definitely taste the cheeses that shine through. We want to make sure that you guys give this a try. Make sure you stop by and check out Sartori Cheeses. I'll provide a link on the website below. And until next time, guys, we'll see you then.